Let's give our mayor a hand, please.
Thank you, Helen, and thank all of you for coming out today. We appreciate you being here. I want to make sure that y'all know we have some snow cones over there and other things that we have to help celebrate the day. As you can see, we have a fire truck behind me, and the fire truck is one of the special features of this park. And so that I can kind of rearrange things here so that I have my notes where I can read them, I'm gonna talk about the trinkets first, okay? And this is for all the kids. We've got a cup from the Lake Charles Fire Department. We've got Frisbee. We've got some erasers that look like fire hydrants and a fire truck. And we also have a special bookmark. And the bookmark says, "I was on the fire truck at Lake Charles, Louisiana." Okay, so this is something special for you to take home with you. And we have some American flags. But as Helen pointed out to you, the reason that we're here is we're announcing today the completion of our 7-park improvement program. We have a lot of people to thank for helping to make that possible. We have Mr. Stuart Weatherford, who's with the City Council. He's our president of City Council this year. Stuart and the other members of the City Council were very supportive of this project, and I want to thank them for their support in helping to make this happen. I also want to thank the residents, the citizens of Lake Charles. They were the ones that had the vision to help support the bond program, and what you see here today is the result of that. We have 7 different parks, 1 in each council district, that we made a part of the 7-park improvement program, and this improvement program is just a harbinger of things to come. We intend to continue to do this type of park improvement program throughout the community and continue to expand because we recognize that great parks are part of what define great cities and also makes it enjoyable for families and especially for kids. You know, there's a saying that says kids are worth it, and I think in Lake Charles, I think you can fairly say by the investment that the community has made in these parks that we have put our money where our mouth is. There's been several surveys that talk about the importance of quality of life and how important parks are. In that particular survey, there was a study that said that 65% of the young people that they surveyed between the ages of 24 and 35 indicated that they would prefer to look for a job in the place that they would like to live. And they would rather to look for a community that has the type of facilities and type of amenities rather than looking for the best job that they could find. So they valued place over job. Now, economics might factor into that as reality sets in, but at least in terms of preference, people prefer great communities in order to help guide them in their search for employment. And I think that's indicative of how important parks are and how important these types of programs are for our communities. I know that it's very warm out there, and I know that you're anxious to get on the playground equipment and enjoy the day. I do want to say this though about the fire truck. This particular piece of playground equipment is actually donated to the city. It was donated to the city by an anonymous donor who wanted to remain anonymous. But we were talking about some ideas for doing a park, and as part of this program. And this particular gentleman said that he would like to help finance the cost of converting this fire truck from an antique fire truck into a piece of playground equipment for the kids. And I think that's what helps make this park somewhat unique. This is Lock Park, is one of the older parks here in Lake Charles. It's certainly a centrally located park. It's close to downtown. And we thought this would be an excellent location for the fire truck. So we want to encourage everybody to get out and talk about the fire truck, use the fire truck, take pictures on the fire truck, because really that's what it's all about. Also want to thank Mr. Percy Brown, who's Director of Recreation. Percy has been on the ground, literally, as we have gone through this park improvement program and has been very involved in helping us to do this as well. The Moore Group, we have representatives from the Moore Group here. Guys, raise your hands. Appreciate y'all being here. They helped to design the park, all the different parks, and what you see in terms of the fencing and the layout and these shade structures is something that they helped to put together, and they took a little bit of effort to try to find the right kind of equipment, find the right kind of shade structures, and so we appreciate them being here as well. In addition to that, I want to recognize Mr. Jeff Cudla. He is the local architect. We had to satisfy some certain engineering requirements in order to get it certified, to convert it from a truck to a piece of playground equipment. Jeff was the one, as a local architect, who helped us with that. And he can tell you the details if you want to know the details, but I guess the bottom line is the truck is here. There were days when we didn't know if that would actually happen, but we are glad that it's here. We're glad that the kids can enjoy it, and we're glad that we have a special place here at Lake Charles where the kids can come and talk about making a special visit to the park.
Good morning. I'm Tom Phillips with the Director of Design and More Planning Group. Happy to be here. Mayor Rhodes, City Council members, Percy Brown, thank you so much. Helen Dunn, thank you so much for letting us be here today. This is a great project. 2 years in the process, going through design, construction documents, going through the construction process. Working with Lewing Construction was wonderful. Working with Jeff Goodla, had a wonderful time with him, working with the fire truck and implementing that. This is a great project for the community. It's about quality of life project. It's for the children of the area. It's for the adults. So we're looking forward to moving forward with other projects. You probably saw the groundbreaking last week for the Lakefront Promenade project. Those are absolutely quality of life projects for the city of Lake Charles. And we're looking forward for that to happen soon. So that's going to be about a year from now. But we enjoyed working on this project. We'd like to thank Miracle Playground, who helped put up these, design these play structures with us. Lewing Construction, thank you so much, and working all together. So thanks again. Appreciate it. Thank you.
This has been quite a project to work on. About 3 years ago, the mayor approached me with this idea. They had an old fire truck that was being decommissioned and was off to the scrapyard, but he had this idea that we could possibly convert it into a piece of playground equipment to share with the kids. We went and finally saw this old fire truck where it was, and honestly it wasn't in very good shape, rusting and falling apart, and in a condition many would consider hopeless. Nonetheless, we pushed forward, persevered, and in fact during the demolition portion of it, there's tanks and engines, and we've removed all that from the truck, and in the process of removing that, the truck literally fell apart. It split open, and we came back and added structure and put it back together. Nobody quite knew what we were getting into once we started tearing it apart, but after a couple months of work, we finally got it back into condition, and I can tell you, for one, I was thrilled to death to see. I didn't really know that of all the park improvements that were happening concurrently when they shared with us the plan that it was going to go in this area with the shade structures. It really adds a whole lot to the project. It's been a long road. I'm glad this is done. I've had a pleasure working with Parks and Recreation and Miss Helen and Mr. Percy and the mayor. So thanks a bunch, guys.